are excited to have Kendra Arch back here this morning from the Sugar Buzz Pantry. You've got a great idea for the holiday coming up.
It's an idea for those of us who are pie challenged.
Well, I'll go ahead and raise my hand then.
I think part of the reason I don't like to make pies is because I'm unsure of the crust. So this way it's nice and easy. We have a store-bought crust, and I have store-bought pie filling.
Oh, well.
So you can't really go wrong there.
That sounds easy so far.
I know it's not going to taste as great as Mom's homemade apple pie, but
easy so far, though.
It's easy. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a little twist on your apple pie. Instead of making a full one, we're going to make little apple pie pops. And I've seen these all over the internet, so it's like you put anything on a stick.
Okay,
so
and it somehow is
like a giant
really
sucker.
fun, isn't it?
It does look like a giant sucker. So what you do is you just take your pie crust. Now, if you know how to make pie crust and have a really good one, go ahead and make that.
Okay.
But if you don't, a store-bought one is just fine.
Okay.
And usually the packages come with 2 crusts in them.
Okay.
And so you can make about 12 to 16 pie pops out of the 2 crusts, just depending on how you get them all stationed on there. What you want to start with is 2 different sizes of round cutters. Now, and the reason why is because you want to put your smaller one on the bottom, and as you fill it up with the filling, if you need a little bit bigger one in order to, so that the filling doesn't come all the way over. First time I made it, I used the same size, and I had filling everywhere. And there wasn't enough filling in there either. You want a little bit of filling.
We'll learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm here for.
That's right. Yeah.
So this one is a 2.5 inch, and then I didn't have a 3-inch cutter, so I just looked in my kitchen, and most standard glasses are 2.5 to 3 inches. So you can just look around, and you just take them and you make circles in your pie crust, and you know, when you're doing this at home, you want to make sure that you have them as close together so you can get the most out of them.
Okay.
So you take your first one,
put
it down, and put your little lollipop stick in there then, and make sure that you have your lollipop stick stuck into your pie crust so that it will bake around it. Because if you don't, they will fall. Not like that, Bill. Okay, Jen knows how to do it.
I'm going to try to follow directions better today.
Okay, yeah, last time we had a volcano or something.
Does it matter how far or how deep?
You want to make sure that it's at least 3/4 of the way up, but the farther up, the better. If it's down further, it's not going to have as much stability when you get your pie pop in.
Gotcha.
So the next step then is to put some pie filling in. And this is just your store-bought apple pie filling, and the chunks are kind of big. You want just about a teaspoon in there. And you can add a little bit more if you think you need more, but the chunks are kind of big, so I took a potato masher and mashed them up into smaller sizes then. And then what you do is you take your larger size and wrap it around it.
Oh yeah, that's
gently.
Perfect size.
Exactly. And if you didn't have if you had the exact same size, you'd have your filling coming squirting out the side.
See how that would work.
As you know.
As I know. And so I just you can take a fork to seal the edges, or you can also take, if you have one of your lollipop sticks, just cut it down a little bit and seal it up around the edge. And then you want to bake these in a 400-degree oven for about 15 to 17 minutes until they're golden brown on the side. And then you want to make sure that they're cooled all the way on, or you cool them for about 5 minutes on your cookie sheet, and then on a cooling rack completely, because you want that filling on the inside to thicken back up again. And when you get them out, then they look like this. But if you take, you don't try and pick them up like this as soon as they come out of the oven, because
they'll fall apart.
And then if every now and then, if your stick does not bake into it all the way, your stick's going to fall out, and then you get little cookies. Which
all taste the same, right?
They do. They taste the same. Or if you don't want to bother with the sticks, you can easily make little apple pie cookies.
So
little
cute.
handheld pies.
And what I love is, can we get a shot of this up here, because this would be an adorable centerpiece.
Right. Exactly.
At the holidays. I mean, that you can then eat at the end and be like, okay.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention, I do have I sprinkled this with a little bit of sugar and cinnamon, so you have a little bit of extra.
After or before you
bake it, go ahead and sprinkle it with a little bit of sugar and cinnamon on top, and it'll bake right into it to give it the crust a little bit more flavor.
Now, we always talk about your, we only have about 20 seconds left, Kendra, but you're starting a blog.
I did.
We want to tell people about that.
It's called Stop Looking, Get Cooking, and it's going to be not just sweet treats, but it's going to be all sorts of different fun things. But you can find a link on the Sugar Buzz Pantry site right on the front page. Otherwise, it's stoplooking.getcooking.com.
All right, we're going to take a break and give these a try. We'll be right back. Don't go away.